show you creativity and I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to fuck it up.
Right, Jack, man, welcome to Between the Slicks. Glad to have you on, man.
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. That's my tribute to the late, great Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, who we lost this week. I'm really bummed about that, man. But, hey, not to start on a down note, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. Gator National started on a down note, but we got it in, didn't we?
We got it in. It started. Well, look, I'm just glad, we talked about it a little bit earlier on the show. You survived the Hall of Fame dinner. We both did.
I just referenced a WWE character, so you know that I'm a big sports entertainment fan. And here's what I'm going to say. We live in an era where you certainly don't want to go too far. You certainly don't want to offend a sponsor. But for those of you who weren't at the Hall of Fame, it was your typical golf clap, subdued Hall of Fame. And then all of a sudden, here comes John Force off a plane. And John said what he said, but Lee, I think you hear me on this one. It was the most entertaining, laughable part of the night. And I think that's what makes John Force such a megastar, is he always finds a way to make people laugh and entertain people.
It was certainly interesting.
And I always like no rules, that ask NHRA. And so it's kind of a different deal for me. It's something I can play with and keep me from getting old. That's what it's all about. And there's a few people that like it. And something else you people don't know is my father was an electrical engineer at Westinghouse. He was actually sent to night school for electrical engineering by George Westinghouse himself, because he was just a kid floor sweep and took to electricity. And he used to wet his finger and stick it in a light socket to see if it was the bulb or the circuit. And he had me do that one time, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't stand that. But anyway, there's just a little bit of electricity in my blood, and it's something I wanted to play with, and I'm having a hell of a good time with it, trust me. The internal engine is here to stay.
Yes.
My daddy was a trucker on benzene. You all know what that means. But this is your party, not mine. But the people in this room, you keep me alive. Shirley, I love you. And I tried to hire Timmy Richards, and Cole said, "Why are you hiring Timmy Richards? I'm your lead." I said, "I want that girl, Kim LaHaye, that does the clutch from her daddy." And that's where I came from. That's how I think. I ain't real smart. But I do know this. Years ago, we did a show for some big deal in Florida, and Garlits and Shirley had to race, and I put up $10,000 for the winner.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, Shirley kicked your ass. Right. So I'm going to put up, wait a minute. I forgot why I came. Okay. I gave her $10,000, then she mother amped me, but that's Shirley. Because where are you at, Shirley?
Right here.
Right there? Shit, I can't see. I love you, Shirley. We should have had sex 20 years. We should have had sex 20 years ago. My wife loves me, and I know you're mad at me, but I don't run this shit. My people, Robert Height runs it. My people run what I do. And I love them, but I love you, Shirley. Because everybody in this room, from Stuart, Rick Shoots, you took the first picture of me, and you said, "What a joke you are." Okay, and 100 years later, but I love this sport. I'm going to die probably right here within 30 seconds. Okay? And I don't know how the hell you look so goddamn good. It ain't fair. God loves you. He don't like me. He likes Shirley. He likes you. But in the end, and every now and then I get on your show, Robert, and that Auto Club Chevrolet don't take me out every week. So, what?
You came up here with a purpose.
I forgot what it was. Because I love people. Stuart, the guys, I was there in the hospital with
Shirley's giving you a sign.
Shirley. I love you. But what I'm saying is, this ain't my show. This is your show. You created this. And I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to fuck it up. Okay? This is your show. But I want to tell you, I love everybody in this room. Because you're my legacy. And I'm about that. And I love it. I drive. And you put me on the show every week just to give me an excuse to make me look like I'm alive. But I love it, Garlits. But you and Shirley, Dawn for Dawn, Mongoose, Raymond Beetle, Jungle Jim is why I'm alive. Otherwise, I'm a piece of shit. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Can I go?
Yes. John Forrest, everybody. John Forrest. John Forrest won an award.
Do 3 events. And the event up north was orchestrated by Don.
Now you don't want to drive my electric dragster?
I'll drive it.
Come on, John, you called him out and now you're not going to get nothing going on.
The girl looks like this. There you go. Hey, if I can drive for you, you can drive any of my.
You can drive the electric
You can
dragster.
drive my electric dragster, you can drive my top fuel Harley, you can drive my hydroplane. I don't care. You do everything. Yes, sir. I tried to. I learned from you.
$1,900, Shirley, Garlits.
I'm doing well. I like it cool dogs. I'll see you tomorrow. We got the electric car ready to go. All right?
Thomas Estrada is the artist.
Ladies and gentlemen, is that the quickest and fastest electric drag racer of all time? Mr. Steve Huff, you won your rival Big Daddy Don Garlits.
I don't know if winning. I paid for it. I won. I had the winning bid.
Well, that is a nice tribute, though.
It was, but all the money went to Shirley's kids, and it went to a really good cause. And there was a toolbox special Don Garlits edition and a Shirley Muldowney edition, and they were donated, and the money goes to a great cause. So
And
I'm sure we'll do something good with it again too.
Well, while the great John Forrest and Don Garlits were entertaining the crowd, electric vehicles actually were a big topic of
Be the topic
conversation.
of the night, yeah. If anybody didn't watch that shit show live, you should tune in and see if you can find a rerun of the International Drag Racing Hall of Fame. Watch it. You get a kick out of
Well,
it. Yeah, electric was a topic. Just the fact that it's a topic is something to make you realize how serious that it is. And look, everybody knows, man. I love the smell of nitro. This has nothing to do with top fuel. It has nothing to do with nitromethane. It's just a fucking electric car. It was a challenge, and it was a time and an opportunity in my life I got to compete against Don Garlits to be the first to 200. Why wouldn't somebody take that challenge? What's the worst that was going to happen? I was going to come in second to Don? I mean, drag racing is so much about innovation and the future and making sure that we have something for the next generation to race. And the reality is 20 years from now, there's going to be a lot of electric cars that are out there, and the next generation does like them. And old knuckle draggers like us, and most of us, and most of you that are watching, I agree with you. I love top fuel. I love nitromethane. I love top fuel. I spent a lot of my life on them, and they were some of my best years. And hanging around with Jim McClure and being under his wing was one of the best times of my life. And one of the things I learned was you have to innovate and you have to keep going forward. And he was one of the guys that taught me that. So I have no shame at all in being involved with an electric thing that doesn't make noise. I get it. But 20 years from now, somebody's going to say, I remember when.
That's right.
That's what it's all about. So
Very exciting time. We wish you the best here in front of a big Gator Nationals
Gator
crowd.
Nationals, and we're at the International Drag Racing Hall of Fame. Tonight's inductees were great. Joe Amato spoke great, about Williams, and there's Joe over there. We've got some of the greatest. There's the General, Kenny Bernstein's crew chief. This guy Also inducted,
Legends.
legend, also inducted into the International Hall of Fame. Hopefully someday.
Someday it might be Steve Huff.
Maybe, we
How
never
about
know.
that, man?
But you keep pushing, you keep innovating, you stay on the forward edge, and yeah, you're going to take some bloody noses, but maybe someday you'll end up here. So.
Keep up the great work, and what a tribute. Steve's going home with the Swamp Rat 38 toolbox. What a great night here in Gainesville. What a great group of people and a very entertaining show. If you like that video, here's another one for you. Subscribe right in the middle, and you know if there's anything fast motorcycles or drag racing, we are in. Cycle Drag rolls on.